A British cyclist with precocious talent on the track, a burning passion for the road and a clever knack for picking up a jersey or two. You may well think you know who we're talking about, but think again, because on this occasion, the references are for 22-year-old Owain Doull. Strongly in contention for a spot in Great Britain's team pursuit for the Olympics this year, Doull's balancing track time with racing on the road, all alongside and under the guidance of Bradley Wiggins, a man who's trodden the same path to some considerable success.
Obviously, he's just the ultimate professional at the end of the day, and you just see how he just approaches everything, and you just see how he works, and being close to that, I think, is just an experience in itself. I think we've got an advantage over everyone in the sense with Team Wiggins. I think literally there's nothing which isn't taken care of, which we need for the Olympics. You know, without Team Wiggins and obviously having Brad's name to it and Brad in the team, we wouldn't be in races like California, Dubai, and you know, not many track squads get to train together every day and race together. Everyone in the team is like massively ambitious and wants to do well, so it's kind of a very stress-free environment, and everyone knows Rio is the main goal for the majority of us.
High threshold training on the track may offer more explosive power on the road, but even that has its dangers.
Unfortunately, I crashed in Dubai, but sometimes they're unavoidable things. So like in the bunch sprints, for example, I probably won't take as many risks, or sometimes I just won't even sprint if I'm thinking it's going to be a dodgy finish. It's always in the back of your mind.
Not that he held back last year at the Tour of Britain, taking the points jersey and a place on the overall podium.
I was hoping for kind of maybe a few top tens, be kind of prominent on a few stages I thought would suit me. But yeah, it's kind of mixing it up there every day. I finished third overall, was more than I expected, yeah. I still get goosebumps thinking about that last stage in London with, you know, people like Brad and that leading me out.
Bradley Wiggins coming onto the front for Team Wiggins, setting the pace very high, trying to set it up in the final sprint for Owain Doull.
Doull may take Wiggins' wheel again in August, this time for a medal in the velodrome. But it was one of his Welsh compatriots who first ignited Doull's Olympic ambitions.
Beijing was 2008. I remember watching, because I only just started cycling, then I was with the Mainly Flyers, which is the same club as, you know, Luke Rowe, Geraint Thomas. Watching him win the Olympics by such a margin, I think that was just unbelievable. And that was kind of the moment I thought, that's what I'd love to do. It's the track.
A dream 8 years in the making, but even with less than 4 months to go, its realisation is not guaranteed.
Obviously, I would be gutted if I didn't go to the Olympics, didn't make that starting four, but if I don't make it, it's because there's 4 people who are better than me. And everything we do is evidence-based. Brad is Brad and Cav's Cav, but at the end of the day, if they're not producing the numbers and they're slowing the team down, the coach will have no qualms about taking them out of the team. You can't hide on the track, you can't bluff it. So yeah, if I don't go, it's because I'm not good enough, it's plain and simple. There's only 4 spots and there's about 8 of you going for it. So it is hard, but I think having that depth of talent is a massive advantage. You know, I think that's why we're quite dominant, the Aussies are quite dominant, same as the Kiwis. I think it's because there's so many riders always pushing for those spots and no one's ever safe.
Despite the uncertainty, Doull has already achieved one of his big career goals and now is looking to next year and beyond.
When I first got in the academy when I was 18, every year we had to write you 4 years, what you wanted to do every year as goals, and for this year was Olympic gold and professional contract. Obviously I can't say who I've signed for, but I think it's the perfect team for me and hopefully it will be fruitful. The classics is kind of what I'd like to aim for. I think it kind of suits my riding ability, but obviously coming from an amateur to a pro, you just never know really. The classics are what kind of gets me excited and what I'd like to be part of, you know, seeing what Luke Rowe did recently at Het Nieuwsblad coming fourth, you know, stuff like that, it's just, they're goosebumps. I think road cycling as a whole, for me anyway, I find is a lot more enjoyable. That's kind of where hopefully my future lies, and that's kind of what I want to do. Those races where you're suffering for 170, 180k just to have your shot in the last 5k, you know, it's that kind of buzz I personally get when like I've kind of saved as much as I can, or like I said, suffered all day just being with a shout of trying to go for a result, trying to get a win. It's just, yeah, for me that's what makes road cycling amazing.